Hey everybody, what you doing tonight? How's it going? Welcome to Defenders of Intergalactic Donuts. They dared to conquer infinity. Once upon a time, the Surrealists. Thank you. Yes. So, what's fun about an Exquisite Corpse is it is creating a work of art in an active sort of way that no one would ever make on purpose. So, by combining different people, not knowing what happened before, sometimes it's drawing, where you draw something, you fold the paper over, and what happens is the little part where they overlap kind of makes sense up against each other, but they go all over the place, kind of like a game of telephone. And you get an arm that turns into a bassoon, that turns into an animal, etc., etc. And likewise, you can do it with writing, with poems or stories where people write different sections. It is fun, it is ridiculous, and sometimes it's incredibly surprising because the thing that got mentioned in the first line shows up in the last line, even though there's no rational way that could happen. So, because this is fun, there's a group called the San Francisco Cacophony Society that maybe a few of you have heard of. Excellent. And the cacophonists who were around and prevalent in this area in the like 80s through the 2000s here in the Bay Area, the cacophonists came up with all kinds of interesting events, some of which turned into Burning Man, some of which turned into various art car things, some of which turned into Santa-related crimes and misdemeanors, and one of the things they did, which got maybe a little bit less of that attention, was the Exquisite Corpse play. They found a way to turn an Exquisite Corpse into a theater piece. And I have a lot of good friends in Cacophony, did a little bit with Cacophony in its later days here, and we decided earlier this year we should start doing this again because it's a hell of a lot of fun. And because I also have some fantastic theatrical friends and associates. So I want to recognize first and foremost the cacophonists and the surrealists who made all of this possible and aren't getting a dime from it. But, you know, that's all right. Thank you. Now, let me tell you about the future, having told you about the past. Now, in the future, we conquer interstellar travel, of course, because we have to defend intergalactic donuts. And you can't defend intergalactic donuts unless you can travel between the stars. So the way that we conquer going faster than light, traveling between the stars, is very simple. Because it's impossible to do that, we simply use illogic to overcome that logical barrier. And so the Data 2000 65 millimeter, 20 centimeter, and etc. drive that powers most starships in the year 2025 and after and before is what we're working with here for the Starship Dental Prize. Now, you're used to probably computers that run on logic. Our computer runs on illogic. It runs on data and absurdity and strangeness and accidental collisions of things that may or may not have any relation. And that's why we had to ask questions for our ship's computer, because we're going to have to boot up our illogical drive by asking a series of questions and matching them up with randomized answers, which our ship's computer has already come up with in a sequence, and we're going to match those up here live on stage. And I'm going to need some volunteers from the audience, like 6 or 7 of you, if you want to come down and help us out to ask these questions and stimulate the computer's logic.
Hey, thank you. Come
Can we get some people, some volunteers, please?
Come on, come here.
Come on down. Let me just test to make sure that the computer is ready for us. Okay. Thank you.
You want to take a question?
Computer. We seem to have accidentally gone into hyperdrive. Where the fuck are we?
That file has been deleted.
Kind of works like that. Are we ready? Put a hand for these brave souls. Remember, we're conquering infinity. All right, question number 1. Address the computer.
Go ahead and take center stage.
Computer, do you still have that STD from when we docked at Gamma 8? You've only been the same since.
Go this way.
Your question is irrelevant, meatbag.
Computer. Do you dare?
10 umpity bazillion.
Computer, at what velocity will the ship vibrate, and can we schedule that for, say, 1 a.m.?
Sorry, what was that again? I was playing Angry Robots.
Computer, why was Everybody Loves Raymond on the air for so long?
Ridiculous. Getting female computer voice actresses paid as much as male computer voice actors. That is the final frontier.
Computer, why do I have strange feelings for you?
She won't live. But then again, who does?
Computer, how much wood can a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Simultaneously.
Computer, if I know how to fish, do I have to fish tomorrow?
7.
Computer, in space, can anyone hear you scream?
Self-destruct sequence initiated.
Computer, why don't you love me anymore?
Sealed with a curse as sharp as a knife. Doomed is your soul, and damned is your life.
Computer, are we out of Tom Collins mix?
Scientists recently made a new discovery called male intuition. Have you heard of this?
Dear computer, what is the psychotropic effect of snorting dilithium crystals?
Saturnian duck snakes.
Computer, what percentage of beings are raised on the crust of a planet?
Saltine crackers and salt.
Computer, what do you think of your human masters?
Plutonian sandballs.
Computer, is the captain wearing a toupee?
Please confirm auto-destruct sequence.
Computer, why a duck?
Plastics.
Computer, have you counted the remains of the Hubble Space Telescope?
Over my dead mother board.
Computer, when will we be satisfied?
Only on Thursdays.
What if our poop looked like bow-tie pasta?
On the show Happy Days, Patsy and Ralph Malph were not really homosexuals. Bert and Ernie, though. Totes gay. What? Oh! Ah! I almost fell asleep there.
Computer, what does a space walrus eat?
Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage, but you'd look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for 2.
Earl Grey, hot, please.
Need more data.
Computer, could you possibly adjust the turpine ratio in the whiskey? I got a headache.
Learn to think on your feet. If a ranger asks if you have a fishing license, calmly reel in your line, then turn and run.
Computer, I take a tech bus to work. Why does everyone hate me?
Klingons off the starboard bow.
Computer, if lightsabers can cut through anything, why don't they go through the floor when you drop them?
Keep away from children.
Computer, how well do you know Dr. Zachary Smith?
It's not my goddamn planet. Understand, monkey boy?
What is the velocity of a cat covered in bacon grease?
It is life, but not as we know it.
Do you have a good recipe for quadro tricycle?
It is impossible, and we will all be destroyed.
Thank you very much, brave souls. All right, if you listen closely, you won't hear anything. And that's the sign the illogical drive is running. So, we're ready to go. Are you ready to go? All right. Now, a lot of things have been written here, so we're going to see how this all turns out. Thank you so much again for coming. Everything in this show, from the names of the characters, the actual character types that are used in this, were from audience input from either before the show or, of course, the things that you contributed tonight. We thank you so much for putting this show together. And now, please join me to give a big round of applause to the cast for your play.
Space. It's big enough to sail a starship through. These are the voyages of the Starship Dentalprize. Captain Oliver Clozoff at the helm. Its 23-year mission to go out there and find strange worlds, new life, and new civilizations, to make it to 100 episodes and send back transmissions for syndication. We now return to the captain's log, already in progress.
Stardate 3.14159265359, etc. Our continuing mission is not going according to plan. Oh, shit. Fuck. I don't know. I think the engine room is infested with space mice on crack. Again. Let's look on Yelp for a cyber exterminator. I always just feed them Cheese Whiz. What? You know Cheese Whiz. It's what powers the warp drive. And with the warp drive, what have you got? Well, if we just had a big enough roll of film and a parachute, we could take pictures of where we're trying to go. I'm really terrible at these. You, sir, are a jerk! However, I will say this. Your cologne is magical. I got it from the planet Magic. It smells like the unwashed testicles of a Slavic peasant. Oh, Slavic! Might you be able to be your best Slavic accent for me? Boris, can you just nibble on my ear a little bit like you know I love? Just because, you know, shit. I'm so uncreative. Though you were pretty creative last night in Zero Gravity. Help, honey, help. In Zero Gravity, certain things remind me of being in a snow globe. I got glitter in my ass crack. And now I know why glitter was banned at Burning Man. Because it shone too brightly.
Defenders of intergalactic donuts, they dare to conquer infinity. Scene 1, aboard the starship Dentalprize. After the adventures of the stars say die, Captain Oliver Clozoff invites the visitors from the formerly mysterious planet of Festivia Minor to remain aboard the starship Dentalprize as his guests. Queen Vixnord immerses herself in the ship's vast media archive, while the captain gives the evil Professor Steinberg a personal tour of his ship. On the bridge, just as the captain is explaining something technical and complicated to the professor, Red Shirt number 1 steps up and hands him a space memo, fresh off the Faxovision. It seems that Lord Lady Chameleon, their former stowaway, is going to be playing Free Fallapalooza. The captain reads the memo aloud.
This is a laundry list! A laundry list! I want poetry! Or at least directions through deep space.
The rest of the crew starts whistling.
There shall be no whistling in space.
Where are my special beads? Where are they?
I grant you the use of my special beads.
Queen Vixnord leans over and hands the wooden beads to Anton.
What? These stupid wooden balls.
Why, thank you! I haven't been given wooden balls in in almost a neon.
Anton! Do those balls describe the path we must take to the Starlight Nebula?
The professor goes over to take the star crystal from Queen Vixnor.
I thought the balls would lead us to the scratching nation.
That is what we previously thought, but new information has come to light.
I believe this is not just a decoration for the top of the tree, for the Vixinord celebration. I believe this is a map.
Queen Vixnor pulls a gun and aims it at the professor.
That is top secret information. Where did you air it?
My creation! My creation!
Professor Fritz von Steinberg reveals his tiny robot creation.
Oh! Damn! But the batteries are not included.
Professor, have you tried tiny wooden balls?
I am sensing a psychic signal from the robot.
The robot says, "You cannot control me." The robot zaps a red shirt with a bolt of electricity. After the red shirt screams in agony, he drops the severed hand and holds up his left stump.
Great Scott! Get him to the med bay at once!
The injured red shirt exits sobbing. See, he's not dead. Professor Fritz von Steinberg sidles over to the severed hand and picks it up.
In Soviet Russia, hand severs you.
Just think what one can do with 3 jazz hands.
I sense a disturbance, as if billions, no wait, maybe only a couple of dozen red shirts cried out and were suddenly silent.
Mentu Fractosa applies the long nose to his face.
Yes. I believe these dozen red shirts were silenced for a good reason. But that reason is one we will never know.
Why would this reason never be known to us?
Because this reason is a secret kept for future generations. This red shirt has a significance only known to wise old people.
Ah, I am considered wise, yet drunk at times. I think I deserve to know this reason that no one else will ever know.
I know this reason. It is related to the wiping of fecal items.
Professor Fritz Dr. Steinberg picks up the pink, sparkly, glitter joystick.
How dare you wipe fecal items without glitterifying them after? Don't you know nothing cleans like glitter?
Professor Fritz von Steinberg does a leprechaun jig and commences to glitterify the whole cast.
This is the cast, this is the cast.
Anton runs away from the professor.
Not glitter! We Russians are manly men, and we cannot have glitter touch our skin. It burns like fire!
Did somebody say fire?
Professor, that's your cue.
Yeah, my queen. But I can't kill everyone. Someone needs to drive the ship.
All right. Well, if a fire breaks out, you choose a few to kill. Get your pocket watch ready. Maybe those are the ones in the red shirts. What are their names again?
Suddenly, fire breaks out in the ceiling.
Go, Professor!
The professor pulls out his pocket watch and opens it while staring at the red shirts. As he stares at each one, they die in slow motion.
Now I stare at you.
And now?
I think it's time to use the Pee Wee Herman doll. That will save them. Perhaps. Maybe. We could be. I don't know.
It's late. The red should start to move slowly.
Yeah, let's use it slowly, then start moving. And then slowly, they begin to dance.
OMG, it's working! Got to love that Pee Wee Herman dog. It always saves them.
I think I liked them better when they were not alive. Please to be stopped dancing.
The red shirts keep dancing. And slowly the lights fade. End scene 1. Oh, thank you so much. Defenders of intergalactic donuts, they dared to conquer infinity. Scene 2, backstage at Freefall-a-Palooza. The continuing adventures of the Starship Enterprise. And now we go to Freefall-a-Palooza, the greatest intergalactic concert in the world. On the planet 8675309. There's always a giant music festival, but Freefall-a-Palooza is the biggest. And this year it's special, because Lord Lady Chameleon will make her first live performance in what seems like centuries. The festival lineup is amazing. It includes the Pet Shop Boys reunion as heads in jars, Space Zombie Rick James, and Bolton Gen, a band made entirely of Michael Bolton clones. There's also an obscure performer named Camilla Chameleon. She's not widely known, but she is actually Lord Lady's strange, estranged sister. Camilla has mastered an unusual instrument, one that no one else in the universe is able to play. The sisters haven't seen each other in a decade, and they're incensed to find they have to share the same dressing room.
No! No!
They glare at each other with ultra-dramatic disdain. Until, suddenly, Anton bursts in with Captain Close-Off and various Dentalprise crew in tow. Anton is singing a bawdy space song.
He went a-courting, and found the progress to join him. La, la, la.
Everyone gasps at Anton's song.
The otherworldly sound of a telephone ring, startling everyone!
Ring, 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 ring!
Oh, that must be for me.
This is impossible! I am the queen here!
and Queen Vixnord and Camilla fall into fighting, yelling at each other.
Ladies! If I might use such familiar words, you must stop this fighting at once.
Oh, it was just getting good.
Oh, no. There's too much at stake here.
Hi. You can't hit my sister. Queen or not. Oh, never in all my days.
And that is a long, long time. This is why Marx was right.
The captain steps forward.
A word, Captain.
In this place. Can it wait?
I think not. I just found this in the corridor.
What is it? Well, what is it? Well, what is it? An Andurian lizard fetish?
No, it's a tiny Godzilla statue.
Oh.
It's a 20th century fetish object. Meaning that it looks as if you mutineers among your crew have undoubtedly snorted the spare dilithium crystals.
Why me? Why in the name of 100 suns? Me! Well, Captain, enjoy the festival.
With that, Lady Chameleon picks up the spiky ball with the skull handle and toys with it suggestively.
Where's he going?
I've been really looking forward to this evening.
As have I.
So, should we practice the opening number?
That sounds promising.
Oh, God, can't we just get this over with?
Camilla flounces across the stage and begins to raise her scales back to the audience. Camilla starts to sing Rhythm is the Dancer.
Rhythm is the dancer, rhythm is the dancer, rhythm is the dancer.
Yeah.
Rhythm is the dancer.
The captain comes on stage dancing, and Camilla asks her,
What brings you here?
And how are all you lovely people tonight?
Bitch!
What? How do you like my new tits?
I love your new tits. They are tit-delicious. Tell me how they taste. Like persimmons. I love your new tits. They look like my new tits. Tell me, were they done by Mento Frestosa? He knew his tits.
Mento Bartosa is a freaking genius! He did my tits!
Mento did my tits?
Okay, anyone else in the audience whose tits were done by Mantu Fractosa? Can we get a show of hands?
Audience, how is Fructosa tits? Who? Holla if you have Fructosa tits.
Holla if you have Fractosa tits!
I like tits! But Fructosa can sure build a great woman's parts.
Oh, you
mean my vagina, my girly parts, my G-spot, my poontang, my pussy.
Yeah.
Mento does those too.
Yes, Mento can do it all. Tits and vaginas, vaginas and tits. One day there'll be statues on every galaxy showing Mensu's work. He is the best.
Okay, here is question. Who wants to wear this pink mask with feathers?
I'll wear it. Let's dance. Everyone dance. Everyone who has Mento tits. You stand up and dance, everyone. Yeah, you. I knew. You
Camilla, however, is not amused.
Look at my shameless sister! I'm through with her wildly flaunting those hideous body parts of hers! What's worse is that you people respond to it!
Yeah!
With affection!
I've certainly never been so drawn to a female.
Oh. Disgusting! I'm not hiding my talent behind any cheap distractions! I'll show them how a real woman performs.
Fed up with her sister stealing the spotlight, Camilla begins producing her wonderful music. This music was so hauntingly beautiful that everyone in the room, including the audience, everyone falls silent. And some people are dancing apparently. Because then the dancing ends, and everyone falls to the floor with smiles on their faces. Let's all listen to her beautiful sound for just a moment, gentle audience. Isn't that lovely? Now, a red shirt rises and hands Queen Dixnor the Queen of Hearts and 2 of Clubs.
Girls, how sad to see my sisters fighting. If my sister was still with us, we would never fight.
Queen Vixnord starts to cry. She sobs and heaves her chest.
Whoever earns my queen card shall be declared the universal champion of music. The 2 of Clubs shall be their handmaiden.
Lord Lady Chameleon rises and attacks Queen Vixnord with her sexuality.
Oh my goodness, what is this? Oh my goodness, what is this?
Everyone knows I am not a sexual person, being, yet you throw your sexualness in my face.
No, really.
Strumpet! It's okay for others, but not for one of my rank. So, I am on vacation. Camilla Chameleon is the champion.
Hey, by the way, have you read that new book, 50 Shades of Festiva Minor? It's a great book. After I read it, I got this.
Lord Lady picks up the dungeon metal paddle and taps the butt of Camilla, and she screams.
Why did you do that?
The book said it was supposed to feel good.
It does feel good. Lord Lady, please, do me.
Captain Oliver Closeoff bends over and Lord Lady taps his butt, and Oliver smiles. He taps it again harder, and Oliver smiles more.
Oh, Oliver, you seem to like this. I assume you've read 50 Shades of Festiva Minor.
Read it. I live it. When I'm not here, I'm having some fun in my dungeon at home. You should come over sometime and I'll show you.
I decree, apparently, that the Chameleon Sisters shall report to me immediately.
Oh.
The Chameleon Sisters approach.
Hold on, I gotta get off my
And
damn
I
knees.
redirect them to the Queen, who I know is probably supposed to be.
Alright.
And as they approach the Queen ropes them together with the red accordion hose.
No,
Some people would
no,
Oh, no,
don't do it.
Oh,
No,
stop it. No. Oh, don't bond me. Oh, I'm bonded.
The
How-
two of you must realize by now that you are twins under the skin. The time has come for sister harmonies.
Good.
pull apart, stretching the hose between them.
No, I'm
And then the
stretching.
sisters snap back together.
No! Not that hard though, but that's good.
Follow me, sister. The sibling harmonies are all the rage.
Oliver takes a 6-sided die out of his pocket.
I'd die for you. It's true.
Oh.
And scene 2. We're backstage after the concert at Free Fallapalooza. Now, Lord Lady had stepped on stage to the roar of hundreds of thousands of her adoring fans. But then, something went wrong. But what? Let's find out, shall we? Mentu Fractosa and the professor are hanging out having a muffled conversation in the dressing room while idly choking a red shirt. When suddenly, Lord Lady Chameleon comes slowly and eventually stumbling back from the stage, disoriented and looking disgruntled. They turn to her startled and release the red shirt in surprise to stare at her. Then Mentu, the psychic, reads Lord Lady's mind. His expression changes, and he recounts for us what happened out there.
What happened is the Professor Fritz Dr. Steinberg arrived from the past in a miniature blimp. Exiting the blimp, I grew to normal size and exclaimed, I can now remember everything that never happened.
Keeping his fingers spread wide, the doctor picks up one of the red shirts and re-enters the blimp. Go ahead. Work with it. His final remark is, and so, this is where they keep the peanuts.
Oh.
This is where they keep the peanuts.
Mentu Fractosa realizes the message Fritz Dr. Steinberg had transmitted was really a plea for more carnage. And Mentu Fractosa uses his mental powers to shrink the blimp to the size of a dust speck. Enter Camilla Chameleon.
I am supremely disappointed with your performance. But I feel a newfound respect for you all the same.
Lord Lady Chameleon pouts and begins to crumple to the floor. Camilla Chameleon leans in to hug Lord Lady and becomes amorously attached.
Oh, that's nice.
Camilla Chameleon sheepishly offers to Lord Lady Chameleon her beloved and eventual brown or maybe red wine.
I forgive you, but only because you have returned my beloved anus triple.
Thank you so much. But you haven't asked where I would like you to stuff it.
On which Lord Lady whirls right around and throws her arm around Camilla and starts singing. Sisters, sisters, la 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 la.
Sisters, sisters, la 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 la, sisters. Never had to have a chaperone, la 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 la.
And she says, why in your treasure chest, of course.
Why in your treasure chest, of course.
Camilla grabs the truly universal remote, Richard's hand, to pause her sister in mid-syllable.
La 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 la, go goo.
Camilla pauses her sister. Everyone standing in front of Camilla is frozen, and even those behind her. Anyone behind her then goes back into motion.
Dear sister, I cannot stand your false affection any longer. You see, I am the vessel for the Lizard Queen.
She points to the egg on top of her head.
Begins communicating psychically with Camellia. You're revealing too much too soon. Stick to the plan.
Then the remote gets fiery hot, and time resumes. The remote is broken.
Oh, thank God.
Mentum fractosa dons the translucent mask of Gamma. Dons, probably. Translucent mask of Gamora. And sinister glee fills his covetous eyes. And he says, with this
mask, I can reboot the time-space vortex.
Thank you! No! You dare not!
Silence, Captain Clonopin. I can bear you no further.
As Fractosa utters these words, he picks up a red banner flag and taunts the captain with it.
Oh, you taunter! 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 How dare you touch the colors of my distinguished house!
The captain and Fractosa engage in a pseudo bullfight.
My sister is such a whore.
My love for you, Camilla, is so deep. Let me dance for you.
Wait for it. Ozzy begins his dance. His best instinct. Bye, bye, bye moves. Yeah!
Oh my God! Your moves are so moving. They make me want to move.
Me too, I'm possessed. I can feel the rhythm pulsing through me.
And with that, end scene 3. Defenders of intergalactic donuts, they dared to conquer infinity. Scene 4, back aboard the Starship Enterprise. The crew, the Chameleon Sisters, the Queen and the Professor are all back on board the Starship Dentalprize. Camilla Chameleon is playing a song on her instrument for the Dentalprize crew, who are all in their places, except for Anton, who was late to work. Queen Vixnord has sat down in his vacant chair, and she has reprogrammed the ship's navigation. As we join them, Anton arrives, and the Queen tells everyone what destination she has redirected the starship to. Let's find out where she's taking us all.
Captain, something is happening. I am getting fluctuating readings from our engine shaft.
Everyone, I have made a queenly decision because, well, I am the queen. I grew tired of our current idea. I'm feeling festive. We are heading to planet Get Down, Get Down. I need a little fun and a space cap.
Queen, perhaps you'll need an escort on your escapades. If so, I'm your manly man to do so.
My scientific genius is calculating that there is a 90.2% chance of a funky time of 5.6% of someone losing the spaceship's keys, 4.4% chance of someone getting an STD, and a 2% chance of getting kidnapped or murdered.
I'd say those are good odds.
Camilla saunters over and picks up the skull mug, walks over to Oliver, and shoves it at him.
Captain, load her up. I am ready to rock it and roll it on into the Get Down squared.
Are you sure this isn't my engine shaft?
Mentosa Fractosa takes the camera, and begins to take pictures of his dirty and sexy poses.
While that's going on, Lord Lady Chameleon brandishes the exotic space bird's tail feathers like a sword and menaces Mentu.
Infidel! Why is the camera not pointed at my live and luscious body?
Sir, I mean,
no?
ma'am,
Or?
I mean no disrespect.
I challenge you to a tickling a duel. The first one to call for mercy shall be fed to the rabid transvestite raptor.
Just then, Camilla presents the eternal male first, a star-spangled ceramic hand sculpture.
No tickling for you, I fear. Witness the power of the eternal mailed fist.
Camilla strikes Lord Lady upon the head. Lord Lady stumbles.
Oh, you monster!
Only force can teach you anything.
Wait! There is no need for conflict now.
Nonsense! Conflict drives all plot. Without it, we'd be just another lame cacophony event wishing it was still the 80s.
Perhaps if he finds the right bacteria mold, we can avoid conflict ourselves and unite against the common enemy.
Just then, the very rare potato peanutus flies from stage right and hits a red shirt. Throwing the red shirt in the face. face as they squirm on the ground.
Nonsense, they're incredibly rare and even more incredibly sexy.
But they also carry the high risk of a syphilis infection.
Professor Fritz von Steinberg picks up a white rectangular metal tin which bears a grave warning. Don't use this camera no matter what.
Ah! F that noise! I'll take that camera. Where'd it go?
Queen Victor takes the camera and takes a photo of a red shirt who dies.
Oh no! What have you done?
Hey, whatever, it's okay.
Dude! I don't think you should have used it.
Yeah, I agree. Anton steps up and takes the camera away from
Where is camera?
Give me that.
I'll take a picture of you. How do you feel like about that?
Right! If you're going to take a photo of someone, take one of me. I already have a full collection of oh, well, that's still me talking. Shan't make sense. I'll say it anyway, you bunch of boobies.
You should change characters if you want another one to speak. That's just a tip.
I already have a full collection of photos of you. Oh,
Enough of this already. When are we getting a octopus pizza? I need some tentacles.
Yes.
All right, we already got it. I ate half of it. You'll have to fight me for the rest.
Bantu Fractosa draws out the 6 of clubs.
I don't think I should have to fight you, since you still owe me from last night's game of 6 of clubs. But if we must fight, I declare best Irish jig wins.
Oliver Closeoff puts on his ski goggles with dramatic flourish.
If we're gonna have an Irish jig contest, I should put on my safety goggles.
But Captain, remember what happened the last time you jigged?
And jagged.
And jigged unjagged.
Ah, yes, that was an unfortunate incident. However, there were no injuries when I jigged and jagged.
Oh, I love a man who isn't afraid to dance.
Captain Closeoff dances a traditional Irish jig. Dr. Steinberg laughs like a little girl, and he dances too.
That dirty bitch Vixnard ain't no human being, yet she steals worse than Elizabeth the Union Jack selling conch from the island below the great and wonderful poetic land of the Irish.
That frothy bitch's Ming can't touch the vagina sweetness. That is my ovaries garden. Yeah. I said it. How dare you compare my smelling snatch to the aforementioned earth puke that has no rhythm and knows no death. Check out me in my James Brown balloon weenie with the genital warts waiting in my room. I learned this from him, por supuesto.
Oh, she speaks Spanish. Bilingual.
Oliver Close-Up does the splits, stands up, and faints from exhaustion. I'm a sex machine, I'm a sex machine, I'm a motherfucking sex machine.
Yeah.
Kill that girlfriend, that ain't right. I don't know karate, but I know karate.
Ah, it feels so good.
I then karate chop Oliver Close-Up.
It was just like this in gulags.
Can we? No, don't move yet. Where are you going?
I'm just gonna lay here.
Okay. Can we save her?
Damn it, Jim! I'm a doctor, not a taxidermist.
All is not lost. We still have hope.
I'm missing a page. Hope at a time like this. Hope at a time like this.
Always look on the bright side of life. Do-do,
This production has no affiliation with Monty Python.
One moment, we were located by Beetlejuice. The next, we were cruising by on Terrace. The journey was treacherous, but the snacks along the way proved to be more than nourishment. They gave me a funny feeling. I don't know what to say. It's all so overwhelming. I never thought I'd fall in love with a rabid transvestite raptor. But now I find myself hopping down the fields and scooping up turds. I guess I haven't come that far since juvenile hall. But the turds sure tasted better back there. Almost redolent of fresh lavenders of Provence. So redolent that I could stick my nose in that aroma for a long while as I ponder about various size fecal matters. That's what I do. I finally feel redemption. I finally feel at peace. And now I see truth. And the truth is, if you've got it, flaunt it. And if you're gonna flaunt it, young fella, you flaunt it. Make sure people are wearing sunglasses. Because the lights of space are way too bright for the naked eye. You can come back. You can come back to a time when irresponsible thrill seekers didn't snort our precious dilithium crystals. And the sun was still rising, even though we knew it was an illusion caused by the rotation of the planets. We sensed that what was behind the illusion was very, very real. We shuddered simultaneously. We shuddered simultaneously at the ultimate goal we had been seeking all our lives.
for writing, but even though this is all anonymous, seriously, some of you need clinical help. I don't know exactly who that was, but I think you know, and it's time. It's time. Thank you so much. This is the third time we've done one of these. We've done a film noir and a couple sci-fi ones. The next one we're going to be doing next year, it's going to be in probably March. It's going to be a soap opera. We're making news. We're making news. So please, we've got a Twitter account, we've got Facebook places you can follow us. Please stay in touch so we can let you know when the next one is. You've been a fantastic audience. You're seriously weird. I love that. And let's big round of applause for you. Thank you.